What's up, everyone? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and I'm absolutely fucking sick and tired of all these fucking microtransactions. Gets even worse because they appear in big budget AAA games like as routinely as DLC at this point. It's absolutely ridiculous. These companies, okay, fair enough, they spend a significant amount of time and money and manpower to make these games, but these games, they sell for a good bit as it is. Like they're not cheap. These are full price retail games, and it's as wide games with not just games with microtransactions, but AAA big budget games with microtransactions are going to become the norm. Like we all know, DLC is the norm nowadays. That's not a good thing, by the way. That's definitely a bad thing, and it's just gonna happen. I mean, just more and more games. You've high profile games like Halo 5 Guardians. That's actually gonna have microtransactions. You can buy Warzone requisition packs with real money. You have games like Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. You could buy Mother Base coins with real money, and those can be used to upgrade. They can be used to upgrade your optional forward operating bases. I realize that they are partially optional, but you get a significant boost and a significant bonus if you actually do upgrade them and you do buy them and upgrade them that way. And this is a game. This is a big AAA game in a highly respected series, although lately it's questionable. But I mean, this is my point. You have games like we've already mentioned Halo 5. We've already mentioned, I'm already after forgetting it. Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain. They've announced some more today for the Phantom Pain, that they're offering forward operating base insurance, and you buy this insurance with real money. So basically, you pay for like a protection plan with real money, and if someone invades your base and steals, let's just say, 10,000 common metal and 2 members of staff, you get 10,000 common metal and those 2 members of staff with the same skills back. So it's absolutely fucking madness that this happens, and it's beyond belief. It's absolutely bonkers. Now there's even more games on top of it. Destiny as well. I don't play Destiny anymore, but Destiny has announced that they're bringing in a cash shop. So they're bringing in a cash shop, which is originally only going to launch with paid emotes. Now, I assume these are, say, if you bought the special edition of the Taken King and you got those 3 special emotes that what's-his-face, Luke Smith, I think it is, that he just made an arse of himself when he was talking about them. But there's going to be more in there as well, and who knows how long is it going to be before Destiny starts, taking out experience boosts and all the bonuses you get from certain stuff and starts selling them in the cash shop. I mean, is it going to get to the point where we see, well, we have what's that new item that people use? I think it's the tree of coins or the tree of cards or something like that. Maybe they start taking items like that out of the game and start putting them into the cash shop. So it's a slippery slope, especially considering that they're run by Activision in the case of Destiny. That's really sketchy as well. And just one other game I'll mention on the top of it as well, because despite their publicity and high profileness and all, they're not immune to it. Not Metal Gear Solid 5. Grand Theft Auto 5, same thing. Grand Theft Auto 5 sells multiplayer currency for real money. So you can use real money to buy multiplayer currency, and you can use that in-game, in the multiplayer aspect of the game, to buy, houses, better cars, probably better weapons, all this sort of stuff. And the thing that really gets me about it is, well, there's 2 things that really get me about it. Is one, these games are full price retail games. I'm looking at my the GameStop Ireland website here right now. Grand Theft Auto 5, brand new PS4 and Xbox One, €75. Destiny, the Taken King, since you need the bundle for the original one and the thing because of Destiny now, €80. Halo 5 Guardians, standard edition, €70. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, €75. So these aren't cheap games. It's not like they're cutting us a break and say, oh well, because there's all sorts of microtransactions and game systems designed to screw you over so we can fit into microtransactions, we'll cut it down to €30. These are full price games. They're not only just full price games, but ever since the Xbox One and PS4 release, game prices have gone up. I mean, back in the 7th generation, here at least anyway, you'd have the one maybe two big games every year that would command €65. These are the kind of things like you might have Halo, Grand Theft Auto 4, things like that. I mean, it's this level of big blockbuster games that would have €65 price tags. Now standard games are €65-70, and they range up to about 75 for the bigger ones. And it's absolutely madness that on top of all that, they squeeze in microtransactions and mechanics to impede your gameplay. Not to the point where it breaks your gameplay and it becomes too much to deal with, but they will stop it one step shy of game-breaking proportions, and that's how they try cash in on with the microtransactions, just on impatience or whatever it is. There's tons of other big name games as well. Battlefield series. I don't know if the new Battlefront will have them. I don't think that's going to have them. But I mean, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. I haven't played Battlefield Hardline, but I'm sure that has them as well. There's so many out there that just have microtransactions, and these are all, I know I've said it 100 times now, full price retail games. It's absolutely crazy. And the second part that really breaks my balls when people will just say, oh, you don't have to buy them, they're optional transactions. These people wreck my head for the simple reason is these people are saying it's okay for companies to do this. They're saying it's okay for companies to impede your progress and to slow your progress with bullshit systems and mechanics just so they can sell stuff extra to try cash in as more as much as possible. These people, they don't seem to even realize that they're actually perpetuating the problem, because they will just say, oh, don't buy it. They won't protest against the fact that these microtransactions and bullshit mechanics and systems are in their game, are in their full price retail game. They're not gonna debate that they're in their €75 game, or whatever the dollar equivalent is anyway. So it's the fact that they're not even debating that, and they're not saying that that's wrong. They're just saying, oh, well, don't buy them. That's a problem. That is a problem. These people it's like they've been conditioned to just take so much abuse and just eventually say, oh, well, it could be worse. No, it's just fucking wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Now, you're going to hear a little bit of banging and typing for a second now, because I never thought of doing this originally. But what I'm going to do is, for anyone in, say, the US who is possibly listening to this video, I'm just going to do a quick comparison. So many of the games I listed earlier in this video were €75, or at least the average was €75, because some were 60, some were 70, some were 75, and some were 80. So I'm gonna enter 75 here, and this is just a comparison for you American viewers out there. These €75 games are $84. $84. I'm pretty sure games in the US aren't $84. So on top of all that price, €75, what we'll call $85, because it's like 84, so you might as well call it 85. All of that, and these developers and publishers want to impede your enjoyment and impede your progress and all on it. It's just absolutely madness. I'll give you a good example. When I was playing The Phantom Pain, MGS5, when you're upgrading stuff on your your standard forward operating base, or not sorry, your standard forward operating base. Your well, yeah, actually it would be, because you've mother base and your forward operating base. My bad, but they take longer. They take longer for the online ones that can be done with microtransactions. It's the same with the missions. When you send people and your combat squads out on missions, when you look at the rewards for the offline ones, and when you look at the rewards for the online ones, now the online ones can vary very wildly. I mean, you can get ones that have slightly bigger bonuses than, say, the offline ones, or you can get one with maybe double the bonuses, so you'd have a significant return essentially. But the difference is, when you look at an offline mission, a top end offline mission, I say top end in the sense that you get a really high reward, that might take you 2 hours. Now, if you do the online ones, if you were to take one of those missions with a rough equivalent or slight improvement of reward, it would take you about 6 hours for a slight improvement in reward. And if you want to do the ones that's maybe double the reward, you're looking at 24, 36 kind of hours. There's a huge thing there. So, I mean, you're looking at a day. Now, I realize that they do continue while you're offline, but the fact is you can't do anything else with that squad. So you have to commit that squad to whatever mission for, say, 24 hours, and you're losing out on whatever you could be doing with them in the meantime. Now, where does that fit in with the whole microtransaction bullshit? Well, what you can do is, if you send people out on a nice big, say, 24-hour online mission, and you don't want to wait 24 hours, what you can do is you can buy mother base coins and use those coins to just finish their mission early and get the full reward for it, because you've used real money. Halo 5 Guardians is supposed to be something similar in the same way, is that you can buy Warzone requisition bundles. So you can obviously it seems to be that you get, say, I can't remember what they're called in Call of Duty. I don't think they're care packages. Maybe they are, but you get say like a box with maybe five things in it. Maybe you get a weapon. Maybe you get weapon attachments. Maybe you get vehicles or something like that. And the big issue is that someone can come in right off the bat and get some high-end stuff because they paid real money. And that can lead to a bit of an unbalanced game. For example, if I jump in on my very first if I was to play Halo 5 Guardians very first time online on the day I got it, and I didn't buy any Warzone requisition packs, I could get thrown into a game. Obviously, I'm a low level, so I'm not going to have any high-end abilities or weapons or anything like that. And I get thrown into a game with someone who's bought maybe 20 requisition packs. Who knows what he's going to have to use against me? Now, obviously, yes, skill plays a bit in it, so I mean, I could possibly still beat him with skill, but everything is just stacked against me in my favor because of that, because he spent real money. So it's absolute bullshit. And I mean, I'm going to preach to everyone to not buy these microtransactions, which I hope you're not buying them anyway. I know I've personally never bought a microtransaction, and it's absolutely mind-boggling, because what makes it worse is that no matter how much we resist this stuff and how much we don't buy these, they're not going anywhere. It takes little to no time to create microtransactions. Probably, usually, what I can imagine that these companies do, well, they'll develop like an outline for the game with a bit of, say, mechanics and all style in it, and then they could possibly think, like, okay, if we tone this one down a bit, or remove it, or make it, worse or better or whatever, we could put in a microtransaction. So they just take usually their existing idea, I'd imagine, and just modify it in like a split second to try and make more money and fuck people over. It's absolute bullshit. I can't stand it. And I'm going to stop the video here simply because if I don't, I'll just be ranting about the same crap that we all hate over and over. So let me know anyway in the comment section below anything you think about the absolute bullshit that are the microtransactions, because they're in increasing amounts of games nowadays. They're getting worse and worse, and it's only going to get worse from here no matter what we do. Even the more we resist, it's still not going to happen. So it's absolute bullshit. So I'm going to preach one more time. I know I have done it a few times already. Please do not buy any microtransactions. Don't let them win. I would say show them with their wallet, speak with their wallets, but they don't even see it. So let me know anything you think about bullshit microtransactions, because I don't know, I give up. Let me know all that anyway in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, details in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel while none of us buy microtransactions.